Sales is high pressure. You have to like hit your numbers or like that's it. You know, that's like the cushion. I feel like sales is kind of like in the hybrid of like having a corporate job and like being self-employed or like running a business, because it's like you have sort of the security of a company, but not fully, because you still have to hit your numbers, and if you don't, you're out.
Yeah, and you know, for a lot of people, that is the benefit. So you know how, for instance, a lot of people often, I want to be my own boss, right? I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to listen. Yeah, I mean, that's an even that's another episode. Like we even and people didn't even realize that there's like a small business owner, an entrepreneur, and a freelancer are completely different things. People think that just because you have a side business, I'm an entrepreneur. It's like not really. But anyway, I digress. I think in some ways, sales does provide exactly what you talked about, which is there is the infrastructure and support of an organization, and then there's this commission aspect, which is basically all on you, all on Melissa, which is how hard do you want to work? Yeah. The harder you work, the more cash you can get. So I like that balance.
It's also terrifying because you know what, like, in a job, you can kind of say like, there's all these other factors that you don't have as much control. But like, if you're going to step out on your own, it really kind of is, you can talk about all this potential, but now it really does come down to you. Like, did you make it happen or not? That's it.
Yeah. So it is terrifying in some ways because the pressure is very real. Okay, it is very real. I mean, I have to meditate. I have to work out pretty consistently. My diet is pretty solid.
What is that all helping you to do?
So I believe in balance. Like I believed a long time ago, like, my family's religious, I'm not. And so I decided a long time to kind of develop, I wanted to always be a balanced person. And I didn't know what that meant. I just knew that there was different buckets, mind, body, soul, personal relationships. And so I always thought, you know what, those are important to feed those areas. And what I found is, number one, they're very important to feed, just to progress and to be a well-rounded person. But in sales, it is high. Listen, we're not doctors, so I'm not curing people. There's not people in a deathbed. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not in finance, which is even more ridiculous. But the reality is I have to hit this target. And there's a lot of things that are outside of my control. And if I don't hit those target a few quarters in a row, you know what I mean? Like, my butt is on the line. So it is stressful. There is. Now, it's by choice. Right. It is by choice. And this is the lifestyle that I decided. But, it is stressful. But there's an incredible amount of upside. It can provide, there's a lot of benefits to it that, that I have found and it's worth it.
What are some of those benefits?
Well, number one, I do feel as though that my compensation is related to my energy and the amount of input.
Your performance.
My performance. I do believe that it is correlated. I have an opportunity to make upside. Like, even though I have my MBA and all that stuff, like, like, I didn't go to school to be a doctor. Right. You know what I mean? I didn't put in that much school. You know what I mean? But there's opportunity to make close to what they make. Right? Yeah. So that potential is there, right? The benefits are, like, I was able to pay off school loans a decade early. Yeah. Right? That's that. Look, for me, the loans were a really, really big deal. It put a cap on my lifestyle. It was like very high pressure. Like, I couldn't be the person I wanted to be because this thing was weighing on me. And so it freed me. This sales provided, freed me from those problems. And that's, for me, that's worth it.
Right.